Reforger does not like it when you tab out of it. Okay. Let me wait for my frames to catch up. Guys, you asked me one, or no, you didn't ask me actually. I put it out there, and then one person said yes, please. So just some of the same kind of information I put out there when we were playing Hell Let Loose together. I wanted to put this out there for people because it was like probably the most helpful and beneficial thing that I learned in my time so far, in my like 200-ish hours of like playing the game. So I played a lot of official. I like the warfare version. I like the fact that, and I played a lot of the Vietnam server, some of the modern servers. In the official, one of the guys told me, they used to complain about it being a running simulator, and this guy said, "Oh, that's why I bring a radio backpack." Well, what does the radio backpack do? And when I first saw it, I assumed it was like to maintain communications when you're outside of the radio network. So you can see like at the map, little red lines connecting. Those are the radio networks, right? Like when you take Tower Entre-Deux, it connects all of this stuff. If the Russians were to take that, we would lose communications with this. Anyways, the short version is I like simply thought that the radio was part of communications. Well, the radio is like a spawn beacon, essentially. I don't know if it works in official, but I've read from many sources that like you can spawn on me if I'm the squad leader and I'm carrying the backpack. Right now I'm in a locked squad, private by myself, so I'm carrying the backpack. What I've used it for is let's say this was an enemy point and I wanted to attack it. I'll go to the perimeter of the enemy point, find a sneaky place. This is not so sneaky, but we're going to just show you how it works. Drop the radio and then deploy it. So you'll have equip, deploy, pick up. Okay, so deploy takes a second. Sorry if you can hear Henry, he's not so happy. Once you deploy it, you'll have some other options. Once you look at it, you can dismantle it. So if you find enemy radios, you're going to want to dismantle it. You can open it, and it's got 100 supplies in there, right? And then you can toggle custom loadouts off and on. This allows your teammates or yourself to respawn on it with your custom loadout instead of the default loadout. But there's another way that I think a lot of players are not privy to that I want you guys to know about because it is super helpful. So leave that default loadouts off. Okay. I'm going to kill myself. Suicide is badass. We'll insert that Frank meme from It's Always Sunny. Now I can see where my deployed radio is on the map, and I can see how many supplies are left on it when I highlight it. But I don't. If you will not have in an official server a marker telling you where you are. So let's say I spawn at Lamenton, and I don't have not created a custom loadout, but right now it costs 20 supplies to spawn as a default loadout, right? So as soon as I spawn at Lamenton as a default guy, I've cost them 20 supplies. So my advice, what I learned from this guy, sorry for like dragging this video out so long, but my advice to you guys is to spawn at a main base that has a lot of supplies with your custom loadout with all the stuff that you want to carry, and then here's the trick: go to your map. All right, that little icon, that little power button icon, is like where you spawned at. Okay, that just gives you an idea where you started this life. But you're going to go to your deployed radio that you set up outside an enemy base. All right, and you're going to go to this icon, transport request. It's going to say deployed radio. Yep. Now, once you get to this part, it's asking you to highlight where you are on the map. Where are you? So we can pick you up. So I'm right here. Now, bam. It just teleported me to where my radio is. And the kicker is it did not take any supplies away from my radio. All right. So I learned that from a guy that was just, being a team player and told me that. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. Now, it's not going to spawn you on top of your radio. See, I'm not like right next to the radio. It's not like a spawn beacon or a garrison in Hell Let Loose. It's going to spawn me, within 50 meters or so. No, I'm trying to make a video, dude. Sorry. Anyways, that's the idea. That's how you use the transport request. It was a 4-minute timer. I think this update might have lengthened it. Um, if you see I go to do it now, see I have a 9-minute timer, almost a 10-minute timer on it. But even with that 10-minute timer, this is huge because let's say this mob was not a mob, but this was like an enemy base and we were attacking it as a squad, and we might fight for 5 or 10 minutes. You might fight for 9 minutes and then you die. And then if that enemy doesn't take your radio down, you can come right back and start the fight again. Okay? This is a huge thing. And if anybody doesn't know it, I hope it helps you. If you guys want me to continue making stuff like this, if there's anything, any subject you guys want to talk about, just let me know. I hope I can help you guys out. Uh, anyways, corn out.